n'etiti Igboro niile, ọ jazi ngọzi bụ nwafọ gị bụ Jesu.
Maria dị asọ nne nke Chukwu, rịọbara anyị bụ ndị nje arịrịọ, kịta na amana ọnwa anyị. Amen.
Rịọbara anyị arịrịọ, ọ nne nke Chukwu dị asọ,
ka o wee nweta onyinye nkwa nke Kristi.
Arịrịọ, anyị na-arịọ gị o Chukwu, ka erinye Kraịst anyị n'ime obi anyị, ka anyị bụ ndị nje butere ozi ọma, wee mara iwelarụ Kristi nwa gị, site n'afọ ya na obe ya, wee bata n'osito na ndụ
etu ọ dị n'izu na kịta na ebo niile n'ụwa ebe. Amen.
Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Etu ọ dị n'izu na kịta na ebo niile n'ụwa ebe. Amen.
Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Etu ọ dị n'izu na kịta na ebo niile n'ụwa ebe. Amen.
Ka mkpụrụ obi ndị niile kwerenụ gara aga
site n'ekpere nke Chukwu ka ha zuru ike na ndokwa.
Ka mkpụrụ obi fa zuru ike na ndokwa.
Amen.
Onye nwe anyị nọnyere ụnụ.
Nọnyekwara mmụọ gị.
Ka Chineke ji ike niile gọzie ụnụ, Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Amen.
Ekpere Angelus a na-abịara unu site na nkwado ndị Love Bite Foods and Beverages, isi ụlọ ọrụ fa dị na nọmba 1 Umuru Village, Nnobi. Ị nwere ike ịkpọ ha n'akara ekwentị 081 47 49 2476.
You are tuned to Ebon at the 103.5 FM. Good morning and welcome to News Update on Ebon at the FM. On this day, 21st December 2022, I am Martin Ifeanychukwu Ekeze, and the headlines. Okupe resigns as Labour Party Presidential Campaign Director General, hours after money laundering conviction. Central Bank of Nigeria releases security features of the new Naira notes. Senate confirms Onoshie as Niger Delta Development Commission Chairman. World Bank warns Central Bank of Nigeria on negative impact of Naira redesign on economy, poor households. They can't demoralize me, Peter Obi speaks on Okupe's convention. Barrister Mrs. Helen Mbakwe, daughter of Igwe Anyekwe of Abatete, declares interest to run for Senate, Anambra Central District. Ramaphosa vows to unite ANC, tackle Graft after re-election. Now, details of the news. Okupe resigns as Labour Party Presidential Campaign Director General hours after money laundering conviction. Doyin Okupe has stepped down from his position as the Director General of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council. He announced his resignation in a letter addressed to Peter Obi, Labour Party presidential candidate, and dated December 20th, 2022. Dear Peter, you will recall that I briefed you yesterday about my personal travails in justice and clearing my name using the Nigerian legal system to pursue same. The letter reads, I have invested too much in your campaign to allow my personal travails to become a source of distractions. In the circumstances, I have opted to step aside and plead that you appoint a new campaign director general who can continue the assignment with zero distractions. Okupe's resignation came hours after he was convicted over money laundering charges. At a sitting on Monday at the Federal High Court in Abuja, Ijeoma Ojukwu, the presiding judge, sentenced Okupe to 2 years imprisonment after he was found guilty of 26 out of a 59-count charge preferred against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. He was, however, given the option to pay a 500,000 naira fine on each of the counts, totaling 13 million naira. CBN releases security features of the new Naira notes. To tackle forgery, CBN unveils security features of the new Naira notes. Since the unveiling of the new Naira notes last month and the subsequent release of public use as legal tender last week, people have raised concerns over the susceptibility of the new Naira notes to forgery and counterfeiting, owing largely to their designs and color grading. But the Apex Court has allayed such fear and put measures in place to forestall the activities of counterfeiters who may want to cash in on the ignorance of some members of the public who may find it hard to distinguish between the real Naira notes and fake. In a bid to protect Nigerians from falling victims of counterfeiters, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has released details and position of the security features in the new Naira notes. Details and position of the security features are highlighted in the documents released by CBN. World Bank warns CBN on negative impact of Naira redesign on economy, poor households. The World Bank has warned that the time and short transition period to redesign Naira notes will have negative impact on economic activities and in particular the poorest households. The redesigned 200 Naira, 500 Naira and 1,000 Naira notes came into circulation on Thursday, December 15th, while the old notes will cease to be legal tenders from January 31st next year. The world, in its latest Nigeria Development Update, December 2022, agreed with the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, that the need to redesign the nation's currency is overdue, noting that the Naira has not been redesigned for 2 decades. It, however, noted that international experience such as policy, when rapidly implemented, generates significant short-term costs, especially on small businesses and poor households. The World Bank stated the CBN announced on October 26, 2022, that it planned to redesign, produce, and circulate new series of Nigerian Naira, 200 Naira, 500, and 1,000 notes, equivalently to roughly US 0.0 cent, US $1, and US $2 at official rate. They can't demoralize me. P2B speaks on Okupe's conviction. Okupe's conviction for money laundering won't affect my presidential bid, says Obi. P2B, presidential candidate of the Labour Party, says the conviction of Doyin Okupe for money laundering would not demoralize him in his bid to become president. The Director General of the Labour Party campaign organization was on Monday sentenced to 2 years imprisonment for breaching the Money Laundering Act. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, had arraigned Okupe in 2019 on a 59-count charge bordering on alleged money laundering and diversion of funds to tune of 702 million naira. Okupe was said to have received cash from the Office of the National Security Advisor, NSA, while Sambo Dansuki was in office. He, however, was able to avoid jail time by paying the stipulated 13 million naira fine. Barrister Mrs. Helen Mbakwe, daughter of Igwe Aniekwe of Abatete, declares interest to run for Senate, Anambra Central District. And on this story, we have a report.
The dream for a new Nigeria cannot be actualized if new politicians do not emerge from the people to change what is perceived as the recycled politicians. New set of ideas must emerge from the grassroots to be implemented at the federal level to bring about a new Nigeria, the Nigeria we all desire. And that is why Barrister Mrs. Helen Mbakwe, Adigwe Aniekwe of Abatete, declared that she is running for the position of Senate, Federal Republic of Nigeria, representing Anambra Central District, which comprises of 7 local government areas in the state: Oka North, Oka South, Aniocha, Dunukopia, Njikoka, Idemmili North, Idemmili South.
My husband is from Abacha, Mbappe family in Abacha, in Idemmili North local government, and my mother is from Isiawe.
And she's running on the platform of the New Nigerian People's Party, NMPP.
I believe that if we are hoping for a new Nigeria, and if 2023 is going to be a new person in the presidency, that it's also time for my district, Anambra Central, to have a new person. That's confidence. And also because I came out in this time when the youth and the mothers are those people to grow under. So I believe that we can't go too far with anyone who has worked with the old government, because it's going to be difficult to change people and change things.
To change the status quo, Government Nigeria will take the bull by the horn to join politics to make changes in the areas they want to see them.
Seeing the way, I've not been a politician, but seeing the way and the hope Nigeria has come 2023 for a new set of leaders, and then the hope 2023, hoping we'll get in good people. I also said I want to be among the pace setters for the new Nigeria, so that when the new Nigeria comes, and the people are being counted as those who were effective during that period, I want to be one of them.
The call for the inclusion of women in politics is on the rise as efforts and contribution of women in politics and other sectors in developed world contributes immensely to fast growth in economy. The impact of women in governance cannot be overemphasized, and questions about experience and skills can be addressed with these qualifications.
I grew up in Jos, went to primary, secondary, and the University of Jos. I read law. Just went to law school in the Nigerian Law School in Lagos before, when it was just one law school in the country. And I also did my master's in international law at Unilag. After that, I've worked with a little with Ministry of Defense under Dr. Kantali, when he was the Minister of Defense, and still there when General Abacha took over. Then I moved over from there to the bank. Then I went into full practice of law. And from there, I've done a lot of other jobs.
Highlighting the change she would like to effect, she pointed directly towards the desires of the people.
But I do know that one of the things I would like to do, which I know hasn't been happening in Nigeria, is I want to help in cutting down the cost of governance. That's one of the things that brings tears to my eyes. The kind of money I heard or I know that they receive and roll around their hands in government. So I'd like to help to bring down the cost of governance. I would also like for other people to be included in the government of this Nigeria, which is specific provision for the youth, provision for women folk and mothers, provision for the elderly, because the youth have not much hope are still the ones looking after the same elderly.
From Abatete, Martin Ifeanyi Ekezie reporting.
You're still listening to Ebona, the 103.5 FM, and this is News Updates. Now we move over to the foreign scene. Ramaphosa vows to unite ANC, tackle graft after re-election. South African President Cyril National Congress, ANC, root out graft after the ruling party re-elected him as leader despite anger over a growing scandal, ending a 5-day conference where the ANC reps were on stark display. Ramaphosa said that his 5 years as party chief had been a difficult journey. We have encountered many problems. At times, we have met first resistance. He told an audience of more than 4 turning corruption, which he deeply an organization. Okupe resigns as Labour Party Presidential Campaign Director General hours after money laundering conviction. CBN releases security features of the new Naira notes. World Bank warns CBN on negative impact of the Naira redesign on poor households. They can't demoralize me. Peter Obi speaks on Okupe's conviction. Barrister Mrs. Helen Mbakwe, daughter of Igwe Aniekwe of Abatete, declares interest to run for Senate, Anambra Central District. And on the foreign scene, we brought to you Ramaphosa vows to unite ANC, tackle graft after re-election. News updates came to you on Ebona 103.5 FM. I am Martin Ifeanyi Ekezie. Good morning.
FM 103.5 Ogidi igwe na-ekwu okwu na-agbasa ụzọ gabaga anya na-enye anyị ihe anyị na-achọ ka anyị nụma na ntị anyị maka na gị na-agị ntị gbogbo ị na-eme mmadụ obi ụtọ nke oyibo na-akpọ entertainment omenala ka ị na-akpali elu nke oyibo na-akpọ kọlchọ ihe eji eme ọfụma omenala n'ime obi ụtọ bịa eji mara gị ebe ọ na-adị FM 103.5 Ogidi azụ m na ọdụrọ ịkwa aja na azụ na onwe onye redio eji eme ọnụ itu na redio gegide 103.5